Welcome back to Cooking 101 for the girls. Let's make red wine braised short ribs. We boozy. It's Sunday, have somewhere to be, but it needs to be in the oven for at least 3 hours. So I'm gonna put it on while I'm gone. Don't do this at home. I'm actually not gonna peel them because I'm not eating these carrots. I just washed them and I'm going to just cut them into, honestly, fairly big pieces. Because this is gonna be cooking for like 3 hours, you don't want the pieces to be too small or it'll like disintegrate into the sauce. And I don't want that. I'm gonna have some celery, peel and cut an onion up. I'm also gonna use the leftover onion I had yesterday. Just gonna do like a rough chop on these. You're also gonna need some garlic cloves. I'm pretty lazy right now, so I think I'm just gonna cut this garlic in half and stick that in there because, honey, I don't feel like peeling all of that. Let me get this out of the way. Get out of my way, girl. So I have my beef short ribs here, and what I'm going to do is season them very heavily with salt and pepper on all 4 sides. Don't worry, I washed my hands before I'm putting it in the salt. The way y'all like to tussle, I understand, but like, baby, you think I'm gonna give myself poisoning? Pepper. Season the other side. While you're doing this, you can go ahead and get your Dutch oven or whatever pot or pan you're gonna use for this and put some oil in and get that nice and hot. You're gonna make sure that gets on every single side of the meat. I feel like such a light woman today. I got up early, I got ready. I'm now preparing my dinner for later. Now that your meat is seasoned with salt and pepper on all 4 sides, we're gonna go to the stove. So let's go to the stove, girls, come on. I'm using a Dutch oven, but feel free to use any oven-safe dish. Brown your short ribs on all 4 sides. Once they're brown like me, take them out the pan. Brown your celery, onion, and carrot in the same juices you just took the beef out of. I seasoned it with salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder because I'm black, and I just let it go until they're fragrant. Once all the veggies are sweated out, you're gonna add a couple of tablespoons of tomato paste. I use about 3 and stir that together until it's cooked through. Then deglaze with red wine. I use about 1/3 of this entire bottle. Bring that to a boil, and once it's boiling, you're gonna reduce it down to a simmer and then add your beef back into that. Don't forget to add the garlic as well, don't forget. You're just gonna fill the rest of this pot up with beef stock or vegetable stock, whatever you wanna use, and just kinda cover the beef ribs as much as possible. I then added fresh thyme, oregano, and rosemary along with some bay leaves. Put it in the oven for 3.5 hours on 325. After taking your short ribs out the oven, they are tender, girl, fall off the bone. Remove your beef ribs from the pan and then also discard of this gunk. I run the remainder juice through a strainer so I get all those little bits out, and then I put it back into the pot. I tasted my sauce and I needed salt and pepper, so I added it. You might not have to, be careful. I also added a little bit of Worcestershire. Bring this juicy goodness to a boil, then reduce it to a simmer while whisking and let it reduce in half. Once it reduces, add a little knob of butter. I was being impatient and didn't let my sauce reduce enough, so I had to add a cornstarch slurry, stir that together, and let it thicken for a bit, and that was it. Let's plate it up. Our short ribs are done. I made some garlic mashed potatoes. I kept the skin on because I like that. I'm gonna put my short ribs down on top of this. Sit that there. Sit that there. I'm just going to pour this over it like such. You can top it with anything, chive, parsley, I don't know, green looks nice. Here we go. I'm not gonna flex, it looks really good. Toot your own horn. Give yourself a second and toot it. Toot toot. Let me give it a taste. It just comes right off. Want a bite? It's good. Anyway, thank you so much for coming back to Cooking 101 for the girls. See you next time.